tips for when creating a website for your products. Hi guys, it's Sam Day here from DeyTips.com, and in this video I'm sharing 5 tips that you should keep in mind when creating a website for your products. Now, I know a lot of my subscribers are either third-party sellers on platforms such as Amazon or eBay, but there's so many benefits to actually creating your own website for your products. One of them being that your profit margins increase due to the fact that you don't have to pay out fees to eBay and Amazon. But also you rule out a lot of your competition because your products are not side by side, products that are sometimes identical or very similar to the ones that you're selling. But you do have to do a lot of marketing that you wouldn't necessarily have to do if your products were on Amazon or on eBay. And I would always recommend that you have a website for your products, even if you are planning to sell on third-party platforms. So my first tip when creating your website is to make sure that your product pictures are really as professional looking as possible. You have to remember that people don't get the opportunity to touch, hold, and get right up and close and personal with your products before they make a buying decision. So you want to make sure that you're taking your pictures in as many nice angles as possible, possibly have them in a white background, and maybe even have a video demonstrating how your product works as well, so people really can understand the features of your product. This is your opportunity to show your product off. And not to mention, if your product photos are not looking that professional, then it's going to kind of decrease the overall professionalism of your website as a whole. So you want to make sure that your photos look as professional as possible. My tip number 2 is a really big one, and that is product descriptions. You want to make sure that your product descriptions are in depth, and as in depth as possible. Don't just write 1 or 2 sentences and think that that's good enough. You really want to give people as much information as possible. One of the great ways to actually produce product descriptions is to think about all of the possible questions that someone might have before making a buying decision, and you want to answer all of that in your product description. Having in-depth product descriptions is beneficial in a number of ways. Not only does it help people to actually make a buying purchase, but it's also going to decrease your return rate as well, because the more people know about your product, the more likely they are to know what they're getting when it arrives to them. So you don't want a product to arrive to someone and they're like, wait, I didn't know this about the product, let me return it. So the more information you give them, the less likely they are to actually return that item. But also having in-depth product descriptions is great for your search engine optimization. The more descriptive your product descriptions are, the more words and phrases that Google can actually use and pick up on your site, and you might start to notice that your product pages start ranking in Google for keywords that you never even initially intended to rank for. My third tip is branding. When creating your website, this is a great opportunity for you to do really good branding, and you know, your brand is going to really carry your products forward. But you want your branding to be consistent, not only just on your website, but also on your social media profiles as well. So this is to do with like your color scheme. So make sure whatever color scheme you have is consistent throughout your web pages and also on your social media platforms, and also even in the packaging of your product. When you're creating your website, you have what's known as a fav icon. Now this fav icon is shown in the tab section, and it's a little image that appears in someone's browser. This is another branding opportunity that you can make use of, and make sure that your color scheme is there as well. Make sure that it's kind of in alignment with your company logo. My tip number 4 is to have some sort of abandoned cart strategy in place. Now on WordPress, there's abandoned cart plugins that you can use, and it really depends on what platform you're using to actually create your website in terms of what plugin or how you're going to implement this. But essentially, when someone comes across your website, let's say they add a product to their cart and they abandon it, so they end up not purchasing that product, you can actually send them an email and say, hey, look, you know, you haven't made, you added these items to your cart, but you haven't actually purchased them yet. Why don't you go back and purchase them now? And this is a great way to actually increase your conversion rate and decrease the drop-off rate of people who actually add products to their cart but don't become customers of yours. And I will be doing more videos in the future about abandoned cart emails and how you can use them to your advantage to increase your conversion rates. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you're not already, so you don't miss those videos once they come out. But my 5th and final tip is really crucial when creating your website, and this is to have an upsell system. You might notice on Amazon that when you're about to purchase a product from their site, they always have people who bought this product also bought that product. And this is a way of them trying to upsell you, and even when you do purchase a product, they're going to constantly email you with similar products or products that complement the product that you just bought. This is a way of them trying to upsell you and to get you back to their website. So you should have some sort of upsell strategy in place. And again, I'm going to be doing more videos on how to upsell and how to have an upsell strategy for your website to help increase sales and to get more bang for your buck in terms of your marketing strategy and the customers who actually visit your website. But if this video helped you out, then please click the like button down below and make sure you share this video with a friend. If you have any additional questions or comments, then leave them for me in the comment section. But until next time, watch some of my other great videos. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more awesome business related content. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.